as you know, there are so many rumors going on about Canada, about the living standards and everything, right? I was just here to throw the garbage. So let's go out and see what's happening there. So let's start with the point number one. Alright. So the first rumor about Canada is the weather, mostly the winter, right? So people say like it always snows in Canada, but that's not the real stuff. When you go out and see, Canada has a lot of different provinces. So when you go out and see, like, let's say if you're living in Ontario, if you're living in Quebec, and if you're living in Alberta, Saskatchewan, or any other place such as like BC, that's a whole different place and a whole different province. So basically when it comes to the province and the weather, basically everything is focused on the province where you live. So people mostly say it always snows in Canada, and whenever I have a call with my friends and family back in India, they always tell me like it's how cold it is. So it's basically not always cold, right? It's not always winter. We live in Calgary basically, so Calgary and overall Alberta is more colder than the provinces like Ontario, especially South Ontario, right? So and BC. And those are the provinces which are still more warmer than Alberta, Saskatchewan. So when we are talking about weather, it really depends on where you are staying. So the second rumor we are going to discuss today is about Canada is always cloudy. Because many people or many friends or family live in Europe or basically in UK, people always feel like Canada is also more cloudy and more dizzy kind of weather, but that's not the real case. It again depends on the province. The climate changes, the weather changes province to province. So if you are living in Alberta, especially in Calgary has like more than 200 days of sun every year. And the main beauty of Calgary is all about like it has a combination of sun and snow. That is what we love about Calgary as well. So that's one of the reasons we live here. So let's move on to our third rumor. Okay, people also say like if you're living in Western world, it's always high-rise buildings and all, right? So that's one of the rumors as well. It's not always high-rise. So Western world, especially North America, is distributed in a way like they have a whole different way of working. So the working place is always different from where you live in most of the places, in big cities especially. Calgary is the fourth largest city in Canada. So if you're living in North America, of course, there will be a specific place to work which is called downtown. Downtown has most of the high-rise, most of the beautiful high-rise buildings, the skyscrapers, and some of the highest buildings in Canada as well, which are based in Toronto. If you're living in Canada, that's a whole different place to live. Like where we live, this is our building's front. It's only 4 floors, right? So it doesn't matter, like it has to be high-rise. So it's not always high-rise. It's more of like where you live. If you're living in downtown, of course you will see a lot of buildings which are at least 10 floors. So that all depends on where you're living and in which area basically. But if you want to live in an area which is more peaceful and which is more quiet, I would recommend you should always go with a residential area and not a downtown, because we did a mistake. Earlier we were living in downtown, but we just dropped the idea of living there because of the same thing. Rather, you will feel like you are still at the office. So let's talk about the third rumor. The third rumor is about Niagara Falls. People always say Canada is Niagara. The thing is, it's not only Niagara Falls. Canada is known for Niagara Falls because it is of course one of the 7 wonders, but the beauty of Canada really relies in different provinces, and you have to start exploring it rather than just sitting in one. So if you go out and see the places like where we live, Alberta, Banff, Lake Louise, we have a lot of different videos on that too. You can click on the link below. So the main thing is not about just being in one place and saying that's the only beauty Canada has. It is more of like what you explore and how you see. We have been to Niagara Falls. We will definitely recommend when you are new to Canada, you should definitely visit it. Previously we were living in Toronto, so we know different places which are near to Toronto as well. If you want to start exploring Canada as a country, you should definitely start doing it like in winters. Some part of summers, BC does have like whale watching. You can also see grizzly bears back in BC as well as in Alberta as well. And there are a lot of hiking places, so you should definitely go and visit it. So let's go to the fourth rumor. So yeah, one of the biggest rumors which we have heard is people always ask you, where do you live? And the main answer they always want to hear is Toronto. that flow is not the only one, I will say. The reason behind that is Toronto is not the only city which is in Canada, of course, right? So Toronto is the largest city, I'll say. But Calgary, Vancouver, Montreal, of course, you should start exploring Canada. It's one of the largest countries in the world, right? Canada is a huge country. You should not stick to one place. We were in Toronto for more than a year, and we came to know, like, okay, there are different cities in Canada as well. You should go and explore. Hey, Toronto is one of the cities you could start with. So yeah, so don't consider all of these rumors. Just think about and do your research first of all. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Don't forget to share your comments. Ask us any questions you have, and we will be posting more and more videos for you guys. So hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much. Bye for now. Take care.